One of my most favorite memories of being with the town and working for Apex was all the special events that we got to do. For me, that was a way to engage with the community on a whole different level than just being a police officer. I got to get out and talk to the community and meet with them. So having events downtown or with the police department doing Christmas with a Cop or the Polar Plunge or all these things that allowed us to give back to the community is probably one of my most favorite memories. Another one of my favorite memories was several years ago. I was at my desk and working at the police department and got a call on my work cell phone, which popped up as spam. And normally, everybody sends them to voicemail. And for whatever reason that day, I decided not to. And I had it on speakerphone. And one of the other officers, Chris Shewart, who was a community policing officer, he comes running in with his phone and he's like, "Let me film you talking to him." So we talked to the scammer, and he was trying to get me to give all of my personal information, and I wouldn't do it, and he was getting very angry, and eventually he hung up on me. And we posted that video as a educational video because so many people get scam calls and so many people get scammed. And so we were trying to show, here's all the tactics they'll use, because they were going to have me arrested. They were going to have the sheriff's office come pick me up. I had like 10 charges out against me for drug trafficking and money laundering and all these different things. And for somebody who doesn't know, especially our elder community, that's very scary to think, oh my gosh, I might be arrested. So it was a way for us to get that video out and show this is what they're going to do to you, but it's all a scam. We never would have thought that video would gone as viral as it did. It was just, we posted it as a safety thing, and before we knew it, it was 20 million views, 30 million views, 150 million views. I was on talk shows, news shows, all kind of national media outlets to talk about, which was great because it got this scam information across so many avenues that we wouldn't have been able to reach just with our Facebook page. And within several weeks, it became international, and we were getting emails and phone calls from people all over the world about, we saw your video, we want to reshare it, we want to post it. Your video helped me. I was able to show your video to my mom to show her what scammers will do. And so I received emails from, I can't even tell you how many countries across the world that this video had reached. And it's still, this has been 3 or 4 years ago, and it still pops up every now and then. It'll pop up, and it's information that never will go old. It will always be relevant. It will always be valid, and hopefully it will always help somebody to not fall prey to a scammer. But that was probably one of the funnest things we had that only took us a few seconds, but we received the town of Apex, the International Film Festival award for that, and we had so many agencies across the country reposting it to their Facebook pages and their Twitter pages, and so it really helped get a very simple safety message out to millions and millions of people. An important memory for me was being promoted as the first female to receive any rank within the police department, because I think that set a precedence for other females who came behind me, but also started a path of leadership with women throughout the town. And we now have a female town manager and department heads that are women. And so I think from those early days when there was always just men, it helped start that path of female leadership within the town, which is something every community needs. Well, when I started with Apex in '92, it was a very small department and it was all male. And in the mid-'90s, there was a promotional opportunity, and I was the first female to receive any rank, and it was a difficult road at first. You come from an all-male department and kind of a good old boy club, and having to come in with very type A personality men who are used to being in command and taking control of things, and coming in as a female and being now in a leadership role was difficult. But I was fortunate that I had some male colleagues who were very helpful in guiding me and giving me advice and keeping me pushing that path forward, which is why I, continued to put in for promotional opportunities. And I think as the years have gone by, women in leadership roles are much more common. So it's much easier for women who come into those roles. But it was an important step and a difficult step, but I hope it paved the way for other females to come in and it not be such a hard road. Apex is home to me because of the community, because of the people that are here, the camaraderie the community has, living especially in the older part of town and being here forever. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody's willing to help everybody out. I love going places and always see somebody I know, or I know a business owner, or I know somebody in there. And that's Apex to me. That's knowing everybody and being there for each other. And when there's an event that is something that helps the community, everybody rallies together and does that. And that's what makes Apex home to me. My hope for Apex is that it continues to maintain that small town charm that it has. I know growth is inevitable, but to be able to keep that small town charm where the community still knows each other and is engaged, and there's still events downtown, which keeps that small town feel in there, and that the town continues to see the value in its employees, the value in its citizens, and the value in what we have and the value of our roots. Apex was created on, a small town, and those roots are deep. And I don't want to see the town lose that, because that's what we are. We're not a big city. We're still a small town, and our roots are very important. And this town was created on that small railway that came through and dropped logs off into a pond, which is, where our roots started. And I'd like to see us remember those roots and keep those roots strong, even though growth is going to happen.